I'm now going to open the back label, the front label, and the UV map inside of Photoshop. With the UV map opened and my layer handy, I'm going to add a new layer. I'm going to name layer 1 UVs. And I'm going to lock it down in the layer window. And I'm going to fill that layer 2, the blank, with a grayscale. I'll fill it with the bucket or Option or Alt Delete. And I'll change the layer order. Now I can see that line a little bit better. Now I'd prefer this to be darker, so I'm going to select it by unlocking it first. And I'm going to use black by hitting D on the keyboard to go to the default black. And with the transparency locked, all I need to do is hold down the Option or the Alt and hit Delete. Now I can see it much clearer. I'm going to save this as a PSD before I proceed, because we can use a PSD to apply it inside of Maya. Next, I'm going to copy and paste the labels, the front and the back. But before I do that, I'm going to refer to Maya here, and I want to determine which plane is actually the top of the box. We're going to put the triangle shape on that as the front label. Right-clicking, I'll choose Face, I'll select the top face, and I'll go to my UV editor. And now I can see which face in my UV map represents the top and where to put the top label. I'll return to Photoshop, and I'll go to the front label. I'll hit Command-A to select all, Command-C to copy, and I'll paste it by hitting Command-V into the UV map. I'm going to scale it down by hitting Command-T. And I want to scale it so that the outside edges fit within the inside edges of that top. Anything close to that. And by eye, I'll just kind of center it and put it on the box where I think it looks balanced. Once I've done that, I'll hit Return and Save. Now we don't need the word front and we don't need the black line around it. So I'm going to get my marquee tool by hitting M. I'm using the rectangle marquee, and I'm going to make a broad selection around the triangle shape. I'll select the inverse. I'll hit Delete, and now I'll save. So the only thing left is the original shape. I'll do the same with the back. Selecting all by going to Select All, or Command-A or Control-A. And I'm going to copy it by going to Edit, Copy, or Command-C or Control-C. Going to the location I'd like to place it, Edit, Paste, or Command or Control-V. I'll scale it down as well, using the black lines on the perimeter as the reference for the width. And once it's in position, I'll set the scale. Hitting M on the keyboard, I'll make a broad selection just around the back label. Select the inverse, and I'll hit Delete and Save. So this is layout for our label.